Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you'd like me to do for future anime and cartoon-related videos. So today we are talking about Akudama Drive, Season 1. We are on Episode 8 at this point now. And this was kind of a... it was a downer. This whole episode was kind of like a downer. Very kind of definitely a darker mood. A little bit more depressing, very swindler-heavy episode. But in general, it was kind of a downer. The reason I say that is just because of the whole situation that they're in. So let's talk about the other characters a little bit first, and then we'll get into the bulk of it. So Doctor, she is just kind of like living her life now. She's still killing people, so she's going to end up on the list again. But she's studying the cells of the blood that she got and found out that basically they replicate forever. So she's trying to figure out how to sell that, I'm guessing, or make herself immortal, more likely, would be the gist of it. Hoodlum, he is just trying to lay low at the moment. He ends up running into the Doctor as well. But he has like a tracking chip on the boy, but the boy isn't actually where he's supposed to be in Kanto. He's still in Kanzai, so who knows? So brother is hanging out somewhere still. So that's the gist of that. The executioners, they're getting yelled at. The head woman there is getting yelled at by whoever her bosses are, saying there's going to be some sort of consequences. And then the pupil has now become the master, and the pupil is now getting a some sort of apprentice, even though she doesn't want one, but she's being forced to have one anyway, so she is now the master. She has the look of death in her one good eye, basically because she now is like ready to die. She's going to go try to kill these people. She's ready to give her life for the greater good in order to kill them, as the master has already done in the previous episodes. So there's that situation there. Now, getting on to the kind of main part of this, basically what happens is the rocket crashes, and Swindler and Sister are kind of just trying to get away from everybody and everything. And Swindler's kind of under this impression that, oh, she can just go home now. She's good to go. She can go just get her clothes and whatever, eat some food, go back to Kanzai, not have any consequences for her actions, and that is not, unfortunately, what happens. She goes back, tries to buy some food, it instantly recognizes her account, because, obviously she has unlimited money now, pretty much, at this point, so she can spend it on whatever the heck she wants, and all the warning signs light up. Everything shuts down. There's warning signs all over the place. She's labeled as Akudama, and it says basically wait for the police to arrive. So then she grabs Sister and tries to run away. And they're kind of like on the outskirts of the town, end up in some sort of sludge or something. And they find this kind of, it looks like it was an old oil rig. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Basically, it's like this tower out in the middle of nowhere. To me, it looks like it's an old oil rig, and that's where they end up going. And the Sister the entire time is just asking, hey, like, what are we doing now? What are we doing now? And the answer is she doesn't know. She is kind of going through a existential crisis because she is now labeled as a criminal, and she has no idea what the heck she's going to do in the foreseeable future. So she is just running away from everybody. She's trying not dealing with it at the moment. But that's what she's doing. She ends up cutting her hair short so people don't recognize her, which is probably a smart idea. And then she ends up running into some people, and she turns into Akudama, a killer. She finally turns into a killer. Basically what happens is these creeps, where it gets kind of even darker and creepy in the episode, are saying, oh, they can sell the little girl for big money. They were saying, oh, she's not, very valuable, but based on her age, she's not a virgin, so she is of no value to us. So that's where you get the creepiness there. And then she ends up tricking these guys, saying, yes, she is one. I don't know if that's true or not. Doesn't really matter for the sake of the plot of this episode and the show. but she ends up killing one of them with an open food can because they ended up eating food because she was hungry, which is the main reason they went to this place in the first place. And she kills one guy. Then she's like, leave the little girl alone, just take me. And then the guy goes to check it out, which is even more creepy and gross. And he gets killed too. The other one is shooting shots. She kills another one. And then the fourth one, right when he is about to die, Courier comes up and kills him. And the reason is because brother gave him the little bag that he got from the children in the previous episode, where we learned about that, and he wanted to deliver that to sister. So now the goal is, at least what Swindler wants to do, is just go find brother, figure that whole situation out, and maybe she wants to be in a little family, because there's definitely a little bit of little tension there between Courier and Swindler. So I don't think Courier knows what to do anymore at this point, because basically all of them have unlimited money. Yes, technically they are outcasts of society. They can't really spend it, because if they try to spend it, then they are screwed. All the signs will come up, so they have to figure out a way to transfer that into a different account, hopefully so it doesn't label them and freak everybody out, but they can't really show their faces anymore, because if they show their faces, that's going to be bad. They're all basically on the most wanted list. They all have a death warrant out for them. They are going to die. So it is definitely going to be interesting to see how the rest of the season plays out. We are kind of at the declining action, whatever you want to call it. We hit the climax already. The climax was like pretty much the bulk of last episode. They got him there, big fight. So now kind of going downhill to the end of the season. 9 out of 10, I'm guessing we're getting a second season. It has been number 2. It is right behind Jujutsu Kaisen lately, which is excellent to see, but that usually means the popularity is getting higher and higher and higher, and I can definitely see it from that last episode. So I can almost guarantee you there's going to be a second season of the show, and if not, if it's a one-off, well, enjoy it for what it is. Definitely a delightful show altogether. So they are going to go rescue brother. That is what's going to happen next episode. They are going to start the process of that. So they are probably going to have to try to track down Hoodlum or a doctor to get that tracking information. It's going to be a lot harder now, because the only one that can do anything to the executioners is Courier with his bike. Swindler, I don't think she finally, tapped into her inner rage, got that killing ability. Sister's really not going to do anything. The only thing I could think is maybe he's going to train them to a certain extent, a little bit of a training montage where they become more powerful and stronger and have the ability to actually beat them. We did get to see Cut for a couple of seconds, all cut up and bloody, and he's looking for Swindler. He wants to be with Swindler. He is that's his one true love, or whatever you want to call it. His obsession. Doesn't want to kill her for whatever reason, but it seems like he wants to kill everybody else. He doesn't have that like Toga from My Hero Academia, where she likes somebody, she wants to see them covered in blood. But we're going to see him come back too. So at least we're going to get Courier, and we're probably going to see Cutthroat next episode too. Going to probably run into Hoodlum, 50-50, run into Doctor. Brawler's done. We're just not going to see him again. For the Brawler fans, he's not coming back. I hate to tell you that. They killed each other. That was his character. His arc played out, and that's all she wrote. I'm sorry to tell you this. If he does come back, that'd be interesting to see how that played out, but 9 out of 10, he's not coming back. Hacker, on the other hand, 50-50 if Hacker's even alive. So either Hacker is good to go, or Hacker is dead. And which confuses me is she has that drone still. Hacker gave her the drone. Why has she not used it at all? Like, there's multiple implications. That would have helped her out of certain situations. I don't know if she lost it or something. I don't recall her losing it, but she definitely could have easily used that for something, useful, weapon. I think it has guns built into it, as far as I know. So plenty of implications for that we haven't seen her use. Maybe they just forgot about it. I'm not really sure, but I think that pretty much sums up the gist of this. So next episode, we are going to be going after brother. Going to track him down, figure out where he's going to. Maybe we get to see Kanto. But the bigger issue here is who's the head of the head. So you got the head executioner woman. Who is the head of her? Like, who are her bosses? Are they from Kanto? Are we going to find out there's some crazy alien thing? Because I've seen that twist before. Where is that twist coming from before? Oh, I think Darling in the Franxx, where it just threw me off. It was like, oh, crazy aliens. And I was like, all right, okay, we're going for that now. All right, whatever, fine, I'll enjoy it while I got it. But it wouldn't surprise me if that twist was in there as well, because of the whole nuclear bomb thing. So we'll just have to wait and see. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.